streaming earlier, yelling with these two. Thanks to everybody who saw the stream. What'd you say?
GG boys to win a Rocket League. You know, like, something like
No, it ain't your time. I love you. Okay, first off, thanks everybody for coming to the panel, showing up for your dreams. We have Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Okay, give a round of applause, y'all. And we have Poiised. And I'm AyChristene, for those who know or don't. Okay, we did have, Corey was supposed to join us today, but his flight got delayed, so he won't be able to join us tonight. So I do want to start off with that so that, you know, we don't get these questions later. Pretty much nip that in the bud now. But thanks for everybody coming out. This is basically a panel where we're just going to talk about what it's like for us to be creators. I'm going to stop turning my head like this. What it's like for us to be creators in today's, in today. What it's like individually, the things we go through, and to kind of let you guys know a little bit more about what it's like to be a YouTuber. Well, streamer and YouTuber and Twitcher.
Who Twitch?
I Twitch sometimes. Okay. So, yeah, we do touch Twitch a little bit. All right, so we'll start off with Charlie. All right, so we'll start off with me then. Okay. Like a quick introduction. Like I said, my name is AyChristene. I have 2.5 active channels on YouTube. AyChristeneGames, AyChristene, and AY Go Hard. Don't go to AY Go Hard yet because I haven't played on that for a long time. It's been a while, all right. But just a little background. I started YouTube back in 2015. And originally I did it because I used to play a lot of FPS, so like Call of Duty, and I was not good. Shush. But I would have so much fun, and I would always cheer my team on, be like, oh no, we'll get it next time, we got it. And my husband used to laugh at me and other people I played with. So when we found out about YouTube gaming, like as a thing on YouTube, when we saw Dash U for the first time, we're like, oh, people do this? And put up videos, and it makes people laugh, it brings people joy type of thing. And we're like, yeah, we could do that too. We'd like to make people laugh, show them me playing things really badly, and just having fun. And what'd you say?
Nothing.
Y'all want to see people get beat down on this? But yeah, so that's kind of how I started. Me and my husband started our channels, and it was just something to bring people joy, and not about being a skilled gamer. It was just about playing games and having fun. Now, Poiised, your turn. A little introduction, introduce yourself.
You boys, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, so my name is Poiised.
Charlie's camera.
Because,
Christine, you did it. How did you do that?
So I just said some words and other words.
yeah, I started my channel back in 2013?
11.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Oh, yes, it was 13. Okay, yeah. And I started off playing, oh my gosh, Gears of War. Who knows Gears of War? One of the least bad games out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I started off playing that, and then Call of Duty, tried the commentary thing, that wasn't my thing. I was trash at that, as you can see. And that's when the horror games came in. What was it? Slenderman?
Slenderman.
Yeah. Shout out to the team.
And only reason I didn't start, what was it? I seen a video called "The Game That Make Grown Men Cry," and it started from there. I played that game, and I haven't looked back since. And here I am. In front of you. No, that was the name of the title of the video.
Oh, okay. All right.
And here is.
And now Charlie, your turn.
All right, so I am the baby channel here, of course. But anyway, so my name is Charlie. Heycharlie YouTube. I started my channel. Okay, so I started my channel in, I want to say 2015, but I didn't really use it until 16. It started as Spider because I into a lot of local like fighting game tournaments here. Really big to the FGC. It was because of Maximilian channel that made me really want to play it. I started with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was like the cringiest videos ever, which I need to delete. And then I went to Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. And what really made me take it serious was when I got the retweet from Ed Boon that shot me up to like 10,000 subs a day. So I was like, okay, I want to take this serious. But now I might make another channel because I fell in love with memes. So now I love just like dating memes and anything memes. So I want a meme channel and actual like an FGC type channel.
All right, so I'll open the questions to you guys. One of the things I'll let you guys know first, everybody who's here, we'll start the first like 40 minutes with questions that I wrote for them and me to answer. But then the last 20 minutes, we'll have a Q&A section where you guys can come up and ask their questions and everything. So everybody kind of gets to know each other, get a little closer, you know, a little closer. Okay. I'm nervous. I don't know if you can tell.
We're all nervous.
Anyways, so either one of you guys can take this question first, okay?
Boy.
Keep your rotation going.
Okay. How do you combat the inner pressures and fears to achieve your dreams?
Can we dump the question down?
First off, what type of word?
Wait, how? Is that the issue? Which one of these words?
What?
Oh, combat?
What?
Combat?
Combat?
Fight?
Like
He didn't say no combat.
So like if I was coming with something like negative, how would you fight?
I didn't hear that. Okay, wait.
One more time.
Okay, the question again. Oh dear, I feel like this is like one of those spelling bees. You don't use it. Definition, everything? Okay. How do you combat the inner pressures and fears to achieve your dreams?
So basically she's saying, basically what she's saying is like,
Charlie, why don't you answer?
alright, so basically just make sure I'm right. So basically what you're saying is if this is my dream,
Right.
how do I I know what you're saying, but I can't say. Okay, you answer first.
Maybe I should have somebody else sit up here.
I swear I went to school, I got 2 degrees. I promise you I'm really smart. Like, my teachers will all compliment me if they were here. Not here, but they will. But I'm a little nervous.
All right, how do you combat the inner pressures and fears to achieve your dreams? Like, you got a dream. You have inner fears, you get inner pressures that everybody goes through every day. How do y'all fight that? Was that a better way to say it?
Okay.
As a trap version?
Oh my God.
That hard.
Answer, Charlie.
So basically, all right.
Can you say
I mean, with me, honestly, I don't really. I'm not say like big or anything, but I don't really like have like a fear of it. Because like since a kid, I've always been a person to chase after something. Like I never wanted to be like just a typical do the typical thing. So with me, I don't want to topic it, but it's not a fear to me. If I see something I want it, I'm gonna always go for it because at the end of the day, I would love to know that I tried and failed instead of just like I'm not doing it because I'm scared to do it. It's kind of like I don't know the quote exactly, but you guys may know Steve Harvey used a lot like something about I ain't about to say it because I forgot it on vomit. Something about
Paraphrase.
something about you gotta jump. Something like that.
Like you got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. Not like like how he would say, you gotta go for it. If you fail, you fail. But this question's not for me. I'm sorry. I don't really.
Yeah, just do it, like she said.
Just do it. That was an answer.
Like just there.
Just do it.
That was an answer. For me, I'll help these guys out because
Thank
I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a beat down at the end of this pen. Alright? But like combating the inner fears and pressures, I would say like for me, like the opportunities of achieving the dreams in what we do, I would say is somewhat endless. Because like if you are a creator on YouTube and let's say there's another thing that's your passion, if you're consistent, if you keep on creating, if you keep going at it, keep, grinding the stone, then other doors could open up for you. Or you can find ways to connect with people who could open those doors for you for different things that you want to do. For me, at times I could get afraid, I can be afraid, what if, what if I'm not good enough to do this? I think that's the normal fear that a lot of people go through. What if I'm not good enough? Me, I know with gaming, sometimes I ain't good enough, with the game itself. But how do I combat that? I try to focus on the things that are positive in those situations. Okay, I'm not good at this game, but let me have fun. Because in having that fun, somebody else will be able to smile. Somebody else will be able to have fun. Somebody else will, their day could be brightened. One of the things that some of you guys had a conversation before and told us, or you've written in comments or things like that on how the videos have affected you. And those same things that y'all shared are things that I've seen. When I was going through a hard time, that's how I fell in love with Lily Singh. I won't put all my business out there, but a medical situation and stuck at the hospital, and I'm like, okay, I need something that brings me joy right now. Stumbled onto Lily Singh's videos, and I was watching those things endless, and it really helped me through a tough time. So in knowing that possibility, that's something that's helped me be like, you know what, yeah, I'm afraid I'm not good enough at this game. When they asked me to be a part of that competition yesterday, I was like, maybe they didn't see my channel. Maybe they thought I'd be a good fit, for it. But I was like, you know what, people are gonna have fun, and that's the important thing. Despite the fact that I knew I wasn't gonna win that thing, although that would have been crazy.
You didn't come in last. Huh?
Oh, and I was really loud, I'm sorry.
No, you was 7th.
Oh yeah, I did play 7th place out of 8, so I am happy about that. Number 3, hush, okay.
I was just saying, you helped me with depression, I just lost somebody, I went through this, and that's what keeps me going, and I'm going to continue to do it, for the people that need.
Okay, so going to the question, which is the main reason why we were doing this, panel, and you could take using as many details as you want to explain this, but what is it like to be, for you personally, to be a gamer or a creator in this day and age? If you think about this time, what it's like in this, these past few years on YouTube, the stuff that's been up and down with YouTube, the different people you encounter online, other creators on the platform. What is it like for you to be a gamer and creator in this day and age?
What's it like this? And what does it do for me? Or
how does it feel?
Just how does it feel?
Yeah, how does it feel? How does it affect you?
Honestly, to me, it feels amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like I mentioned, I'm the baby channel, so it's like a small channel. I love it because when for example, I try my hardest to build my channel around balance subscribers. Want to get subscribers, talking so much mess. Win or lose, it's still fun. So it's fun to me that I can play a fight game or when the fight game come out and I play it, and then I can get a crowd of people let me play you next, and it just goes on. We just constantly talking trash. Me, I love it. I mean, I wouldn't say I lose a lot, but when it does happen, I know. But when it do happen, it's still funny because the base that I'm building is pretty cool because we can joke about it. We win or lose, at the end of the day, we're not gonna be all butthurt about it, and we'll also joke about it. So me personally, I love it.
Yeah, it's the same for me, man. I love it. When I'm playing my games, and if something crazy happen, I just can't wait for them to see it and just see what they have to say about it. It's always something crazy. So I love it, man. I love everything about it. The recording, making the thumbnails, editing, everything. I love it.
I would say for me, what I'll do is I'll change the phrase of this question, the highs and lows of being a gamer and creator. So you went on the highs, so I'll say my high and then we'll go through the lows of what it's like. So, demonetized. I think this panel is demonetized. No, okay. YouTube, do not play. The highs for me, I would say, being a gamer and a creator is I would say the creative part is the connectivity, like what you were saying with comments earlier, like connecting with people. Like one of my favorite parts is streaming, because you can see people write how they feel at that moment, you know? And I mean the actual people, not the trolls or people who just there just to have their names said, but the people who are actually a part. The best part for me is conversations that happen when they're talking about what happened in the game, what just, you know, came up on the screen, or somebody did something crazy. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. And everybody kind of, it's that conversation. I just love that. I love that opportunity to really connect with the audience and like be a part of what's going on as a communal situation. And the other part is connecting with other YouTubers. Like, I met these dudes online, you know? I said dudes. Two dudes. Making it worse. But I met them online. Charlie I met 2015, I want to say, later on in the year, via collabing through somebody else. B is our connector, but we'll talk about B, not today, or, okay. Anyways, that's how we connected, and that's how we met. And then I was even though I was a creator, I'm fans of YouTubers as well. Okay, I'm not gonna act like I ain't fan out when I see some people. And I met Poiised at PAX, oh look at this, at 2016. And he was mad cool. And I connected with his wife, T. You wanna wave your hand? He's gonna get double B later. I connected with her, and it was like the opportunity to see like real people. Like he doesn't have an ego at all, neither does she. They were just regular people. We were just talking about regular stuff until PAX was closing, and then we're like, oh, we're gonna go get something to eat. Joe's Crab Shack. That's OMG for anybody who's a fan of her. We're like, okay, let's eat at, or I didn't say that, but we're like, let's eat there, and that's how we all connected, and we, got to know each other and grow as a friend, dare I say family, group, I think it's been pretty cool. So for you, what are the lows of being a gamer / creator nowadays?
The lows?
Yeah, what are things that you come up against? Should I not use the word come?
Seriously, the demonetization. But other lows, I would say, is probably...
Okay, how does demonetization affect you where it's low for you? Listen, this is a panel for an hour. Don't just say, oh, demonetization, I'm done.
But no. I mean, it is. It's like, it sucks like putting so much work into like editing. Like, you edit the crap out of this video. It's like, oh my god, this, doing this. I'm spending hours on this. And then as soon as you click upload, it's like, damn, it's not here. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't stop me doing what I'm gonna do, because of course I like doing it. But it really sucks. I mean, that one kind of self-explanatory. I can't elaborate on it too much.
But you did elaborate. You did a good job.
Okay.
All right, continue. No, that's the only low that you faced? That's the only low?
Yeah, it's gonna be Poiised. I can't think too many lows.
You just have the most... I want your channel.
No! I don't know. I don't tell you. I'm sorry.
That's one, and the other one is, with me, I want so many people to see my video. Say like if a hot game come out, and you try to play it first, and you put all this editing into it, and you don't get that recognition that it I don't want to say deserve, but you just want
that you were hoping for.
Yeah, you want people to see it, because with me, I just want to make people laugh, all that, and when you don't push out like you should, it gets kind of hit on your heart, whatever, and that's a rough for me.
I would say for me, that is one thing. Like when you do put a lot of hard work into a video, especially if it's a game coming out, because you're like, oh, this is a new game that's about to drop. That's a conversation a lot of, right? A lot of people are going to. And so you're like, okay, I'm gonna put my video out, and I'm gonna try to, some people are like, I'm gonna try to do it first. Me, I'm like, I'm gonna try to do it the first week, because right away, I can't do that right now. But like you try and you work really hard, or you're like, hey, I'm gonna stream it. That was a big thing people were doing last year. I saw mad creators like, hey, I'm just gonna stream it, because it was hard to try to get views, and you do hope that a video does well. I mean, you put time into it. You hope that a lot of people see it and enjoy it, and then it can be disappointing, I guess.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's just, you know, you want people to see your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rough. I feel like it's
Yeah.
rough.
It can be a letdown when you don't really, not a lot of people watch it.
Yeah.
Or for me, one of the things that's a rough thing is kind of learning what games work on your channel or not.
Oh.
Me, I love Fortnite. As y'all can see,
What?
I'm not good at Fortnite. Oh, okay, this is the llama for Fortnite, and it says, give me the loot. Okay, if you play Fortnite, you know the llama's got the loot.
Yeah. Right.
That's also a Biggie reference. Shout out to all the people who know. Okay, but no, I love that game. And last year, I learned the hard way that my audience does not love that game. Okay, because I was like, oh, Fortnite, I'm gonna play it. Because we when it first came out, we streamed it, and it didn't really do well. But then the following year, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but somebody played it, and everybody was like, oh, Fortnite's a great game, let's watch it. And I was like, okay, now I can play it. Now I can post it because everybody likes it. But my audience, they didn't like it. And a lot of people weren't watching the videos. They were like, oh, I don't want to see this. Or the comments, they weren't really dark, but a lot of people were like, yeah. You know, play something else. You know, why don't you play this game? That's like the nice way of saying it. Hey, they don't say, don't play it. They'll be like, play this instead, you know? So that's like a rough thing of like, trying to find the balance of what works for your audience and what they like to see, and finding the things that you like. Because nothing's worse, and I know you hear, if you watch YouTube, which I'm sure everybody does in here, there's so many creators that you watch that have said they don't want to make something they're not into, you know? Or they confess that they did. You know, they played a game, because I'm not gonna lie, I played a game that I had no interest in playing, but I was like, let me play it because I know it's gonna be big, and I might get them views, you know, that you know, that shine a little bit for a video, and maybe some new audience members, and that's not the case.
Yeah, it's not so much about the views, you just want people to come to you, because the views are just views. If they don't come to your channel and subscribe, you know.
Right. You want them to stay.
Yeah. It's not about the views. You just want people to see, okay, he's good, she's good, okay, I'm going to subscribe, but... I what? Did y'all hear me?
Yes.
The one person who didn't hear you, the one who's in beside you. I would say another low for me, honestly, because I wanted this to be a candid talk, you know, because I don't really do these talks on my channel, because I mostly want more fun videos on the channel and stuff like that, but like, for me, being a female black gamer on YouTube is a thing. Like, there are not a lot of, like, black female gamers. We're unicorns. You know, I heard a snicker, unicorns first. Okay. But there's not a lot. And then when it comes to female gamers, it's, you know, there are some people who are go hard, like I would say modern-minded people, progressive-minded people, where they're like, yeah, gamer is a gamer. Who cares what they look like or what they sound like or whatever. But I've had situations where, because I'm a girl gamer and I come into a situation, I'm not taken seriously. I'm not looked at as like, you know, skilled. Mind you, I know I ain't skilled, okay? I'm not, you know, I ain't going to downplay myself. Sometimes I'm good, all right? Sometimes I'm phenomenal, all right? Okay. But sometimes, you know, a game can be...
My man.
Wait a minute. Hello.
I'm gonna do the first eye too. I was like,
Come on, boy. Oh, he ran.
Okay, so Corey's here, guys. I think you'll be able to better answer some of these questions because the comment side you want to be able to really answer the questions, okay? All right. But as far as like, I'll pose this to Corey, and I'll kind of let Corey kind of to do the things he missed out on, you know, not as like a punishment thing, but just, you know, information. Okay, get your water, get your water. Is it hard? That's right. And then there will be a beatdown after the Q&A. You're still getting beat up. Okay. As far as like a low, like that's something that I think a lot of other female gamers that I've talked to have experienced, you know, that thought of not feeling like you're being taken seriously when you go to play a game, and it's just because you're a girl. Like, it's crazy that that's still a mindset, and that's still a thing. And even gamers that are way more skilled than me, that play... You want to get hit by Harry Potter? Okay. But no, in those situations, like, when I think of bigger female gamers, like Sniper Wolf is one, but when they play competitively, and you see the comments where a lot of people are just bashing just because she's a girl, I think that's crazy. That's still a thing. Like, I don't know, I feel like that's still, it's 2019, y'all. Like,
What to watch it?
It just turned 2019. There's always a watch there, okay? All right. No, but those are, I would say that's definitely something that I've come across. As far as Corey, we'll kind of like rewind there a little bit. We let you take a little breather. You said your water, you got your water, got your ice water.
Yeah, I ran here, so.
Okay.
Good. Good job.
So the first thing you can start off is your intro, like who are you and how you start your channel and
With a bird.
So just go ahead and go.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hey everyone. My name is Corey. Hi. You said, how did I, what?
I feel like you're supposed to say
Sorry.
I never knew my father. Like, I didn't even know. So it was your introduction, your name, your channel, and how you started, like when you started.
Okay, intro. Hey. So, I started my channel in high school. I was like in 9th grade, and I invited a bunch of my friends over to like do skits and stuff because I was inspired by this other YouTuber. Her name is Indie Time Lady. She actually doesn't do videos anymore, but we just did a bunch of goofy skits and stuff in my basement. And then I got into playing games in college because my sister started watching PewDiePie. I didn't know who the heck that was, but I was like, yo, this is cool. Like, I want to do this. So I took the laptop that I was supposed to be doing like C++ on and just downloaded a whole bunch of horror games on it. And basically, played Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what did it. So,
It took over YouTube.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this question, all right, and this is what I asked them earlier. How do you combat the inner pressures? Don't give him a face. Y'all look straight. Y'all look straight. Okay, all right. How do you combat the inner pressures and fears to achieve your dreams?
That's a loaded question.
You act like you dumb down the question.
Okay, the dumbed down version, all right?
Break it down.
For your dreams, all right? You have pressures and fears that you may come across. How do you fight that?
I talked to my mom. I talked to my parents a lot. At first they thought I was an idiot for trying to do YouTube, which, I can understand. 'Cause we don't know like how long it's gonna be around and stuff. But they came around, and I guess one of the hardest parts about it is it's like a one-man band type of thing. It's like you don't have a team. Well, I don't have a team. Some people do, but you don't have a team. What?
Where's your team?
Oh yeah, of course. But I mean, like you're not at my house.
At least you don't know.
Yeah, like when I wake up, you gotta decide like, okay, when am I gonna record? How am I gonna edit? Blah blah blah. And sometimes, especially if you try to do like the daily thing, like I tried in my first couple years of doing this, it really starts to wear on you. And so you need to reach out to, I reached out to my parents and my siblings and things to like help me stay sane.
Right.
So really it's just about having a good
Support system. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. And like taking it to that, I would say that is something like when you talk about making your schedule, the funny thing of a lot of people don't realize, like when you're like, hey, I'm gonna work for myself, I'm not gonna have somebody tell me what to do anymore. You gotta tell yourself what to do. And a lot of times you don't want to tell yourself what to do. The bed is comfortable.
Yeah.
The bed is comfortable. TV plays
True.
anything you want it to.
Exactly.
All right? So it's hard to like tell yourself, I need to make sure I play these games, and I need to make sure I edit, I need to make sure anything else to do. We have social media. That's also another thing. I completely forgot about. That's another part. Instagram, Twitter.
MySpace.
I said it too. I was like, oh, that's a new one coming out. Just wait, 2019. But like, a lot of TikTok for people. I got a tweet today. You should be on TikTok. I have to check out what it is.
No, you don't.
Don't do it.
Oh, is it dirty?
No. There's too much hate on that app.
You said it was cooking one?
There's too much hate on that app.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
bullying.
All right. Oh, see, I love y'all. Thank you so
They
much.
can musically, but 10 times worse.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So musically is not.
I will 100% hate on TikTok.
TikTok is
It's
musically
not the
the worst.
worst, but at the same time, it is.
Should I be on TikTok, Charlie? That's what they're
No.
asking.
A nigga get cringy, but I ain't gonna lie, it's some funny stuff comes from it. It's not like the worst thing ever.
Maybe to watch it is one thing, but to be on it.
See, I don't know. I won't join it.
I'll watch it, but I'm not going to be a part of it. But yeah, like learning to tell yourself what to do, making sure you try to do it, because no one else, like you said, you don't have a team in your house doing it. There are creators that do, like that are, they got an assistant, which I need an assistant. So anybody want to work for free and not live with me? Okay. All right. Okay. I got you. All right. But that's my family. Like my bro, Wade. I said my bro. There you go. He assists and helps out. Oh. It is good to have people that help, and for me, it would be my husband. I would say that would be because he's in it with me. He does help out with the editing. He does a lot of the editing, honestly. Thumbnails, he does them. If they look good, he did them. If they don't look good, someone else did.
Oh, that be you! I was wondering.
No, those actually, but I was telling him I want those, so I did those. But like, I'm tempted to do the Charlie ones. I don't know if you saw the series Charlie had where he just draw.
That's intentional. It's like Microsoft Word or something. It's like Pink 95. I mean, that's intentional.
Yeah, so my husband is in it with it. Like my mother, she still doesn't really understand it at all. And every time I have to explain it to her, it's YouTube, what I do. All she knows is that, it puts food on the table and stuff like that. No, she encourages me. Like she's like happy about where we are in our lives right now. But I can't really explain SEO or, tags or description box. So when I say that, she's like, you gotta type stuff in. I love my mom, okay? She helps, she's taking care of my baby while I'm here right now. That's right. But I would say for me, it's my husband. What about you guys? Do you guys have a support?
What? She said, what about you guys?
My husband's your support system too? Who's your support system?
Oh, my support system is my girl.
Okay.
Who's your girl?
Don't let me go. You're my girl.
Mine would be my wife. Say it louder.
My wife! I was choking up, trying to do everything.
Choke louder. Good. But yeah, and like I would say friends is another thing. Like,
You're right.
I'm still gonna beat you up though. Like connecting with other creators is another thing. Like OMG, wave or stand or however you want to do, sir. Family. My brother helps out, and other YouTubers is another thing. Like talking. One of the things I think as creators that we should do more is connect and talk with each other. Because if there's anybody who knows what you're going through, there's other people going through the same thing.
Facts. Big facts.
Okay, so
Big facts.
big facts, big things. Drink. Okay, so the other question I was gonna ask you, Corey, what are the highs and lows of being a gamer creator in today's day and age?
The highs and lows.
Yeah, like for you, what are your personal highs and lows?
The highs probably that I get to wake up on.
No, that's a good high. Listen, I used to wake up at 7 to go to work, and now I can wake up at
Right.
9.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a high. Another high is enjoying the games I play.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. The lows probably the loneliness, I think, because yeah, I'm just at home all day, every day, all day, every day.
All day, every day.
Yeah, so probably that.
I would say to connect with that, unless you're like a vlogger that goes out all the time, or people who do sketch comedy where they go at different locations, a lot of creators are in their homes like all day, all the time. Like, I barely go outside unless it's to buy groceries, especially since I discovered DoorDash and Uber Eats. Like,
Oh my God.
oh, that's great. So I barely go outside. So like it affects me mentally. That's something that I go through with being a creator. Like those lows can be very, very low. And that's something that I know some of my audience can relate to because they'll say the different struggles they go through. And when you are in your house all the time, you can get depressed. You can have anxiety. You can have mental struggles and things that you're coming up against from being in it somewhat by yourself. And it can be hard.
Go outside.
Easier said than done. Anything else y'all want to add before the Q&A?
You're right about that, because that's like the first thing I do. I go straight to the my game room, trying to figure out what I'm gonna play every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it can get to you. Just thinking about it just frustrating.
Yeah. Like the fact that it's something, it is menial when you think about it. Oh, like somebody else who probably does construction will probably look at it. Oh, you get to play a video game and you're like upset about it. But it's like whenever you go through anything constantly at a same route and you don't have any change, you don't have any. Oh, careful there, bro. Nice beating you up for me. But like when you go through those same things, the same circles, same cycle over and over and over again, it gets tough. If you have no change, if you have nothing making a change or spicing it up for you, it could be hard. And if you have feelings but you don't feel like you have anyone to talk to, and you keep that ish in, you bottle it up, and it can be very, very rough. It can be very, very rough, yeah.
And what keeps me going, like I said from the beginning, is the comment. It only takes that one just saying, I thank you for doing what you do, and it really helps me.
That's true.
It keeps me going right there.
That's true.
Once I see that, okay, where I'm going,
It's like heavy motivation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys. I love you.
Yeah. All right, so, okay, we'll do the Q&A. All right.
Hey, I'm Jamal.
Hi, Jamal.
Howdy. I just wanted to know, how do y'all deal with disappointing fans? When I just know when I do YouTube, I had 2 separate channels. I started off doing one kind of content, then I changed to something else. And when I changed, the views went down, nobody was really watching, and I had those few OGs that stayed in. Then I made a new channel and decided to stick with that. And, you know, how do you deal with, you know, you want to play what you want to play, that makes you happy, but at the same time, that's not what everybody wants to play. If I want to go back and play an old RPG from 1996, everybody else doesn't really want to see that. So how do y'all deal with that kind of stuff?
Right.
So of course I started my channel with Mortal Kombat really heavy. But then I wanted to play Overwatch. I wanted to play Marvel 7. I wanted to play other stuff. But when I did go to Overwatch, I didn't like how you mentioned you were disappointed. So your views gonna drop. But only thing you can do is just be yourself, keep going, because it will come back up. Because mine did go back up. So now, because I started off with like my OBs were Mortal Kombat. But when I went to Overwatch, people were like, where's Mortal Kombat? I want to watch Mortal Kombat. But I just kept doing what I wanted to do. So even now when I stream Overwatch now it's to the point where it was bringing more views and subscribers than Mortal Kombat was. Because I kept going because at the end of the day, you should always play what you want.
Yeah, you gotta do what makes you happy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you play what they want and but it's not making you happy,
It's about to get worse.
yeah, it's gonna get worse. You're not gonna want to do it anymore. So you have to play what makes you happy.
I would say with that, try to find a balance.
Yeah.
Try to find a balance of like, because that's what I did with Fortnite, where like my views like sunk. I was like playing Fortnite with Subnautica, and people were like, no. So what I started to do is test games on stream. That was the thing that really helped. Like testing a game on stream, seeing how people are relating, fanning, and then you can kind of tell whether this should be a gameplay game and you could keep just doing let's plays of, or if it could be just a stream game where you could play games that are in the middle of what you like and what they like, and then stream the games that, like that RPG that you said.
Answer your question.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
My question is, how do you guys get more viewership onto your channel? For me, I am a small channel. I also stream on Twitch as well. When I upload a video or stream, barely any views come in, and especially when I stream on Twitch, nobody comes in. So how do you guys get more viewership?
It's just the right place at the right time, and the perfect example is down there. Like, when they game first came out, I don't think a lot of people, people was playing it, and his channel came up there, and it just took off from there. It just playing the right game at the right time.
Hi, my name is Izzy.
Hi,
Good.
What is your favorite game / horror game?
Resident Evil for her.
I know that game. I know the game.
What's your favorite, I can guess it, but you should tell them. What's your favorite game that's not a horror game?
Anything Mega Man.
Or Overwatch?
Yes.
Who said that? Mine, probably, as much as I hate it, is Subnautica. And it's because I have a deep fear of ocean animals. They are the scum of the earth. And in Subnautica, you have to go like down, where it's super dark, and you can't have your back against the wall, and it's like 360 sound, and it's just really scary. So probably Subnautica.
I really like the ocean, so when I'm older, I kind of want to be a marine biologist.
That's What about you?
Probably Alice.
Alice? Really?
The game is dope.
It is.
You know what? I think it's Paranormal Activity. I don't like these. So, yeah.
What about your non-horror game?
No.
Favorite game?
Sorry.
You're pretty still at work, I guess. I see on the PlayStation, constantly. For me, I would say my favorite game of all time is Super Mario World. Like, that's my favorite game in the world, and I want to replay it, but we didn't go talk about Nintendo. So, my favorite horror game? No, not Resident Evil 7. I only played, like, when you sat down to eat, and then, after they sewed your arm, or they took your arm and sewed it. I don't remember. After that happened, I was like, no. Outlast, when I didn't even make it to the chopper man. Or maybe I did. The man that cut off your fingers. I also was like, no. I think when they start cutting things off, I can't play the game anymore. I don't know, for a horror game for me. Oh, okay, you know what? Doki Doki. That's my favorite. Doki Doki is my favorite horror game.
I was like, wait, who's your favorite character from the game?
My favorite character, Doki Doki, and then you can answer since you played it, I guess. Mine would be Sayori. Sayori's mine. Sayori, I don't know how people say it. Sayori. She's my favorite character.
The red hair one? Yeah. Yeah, mine. Yeah.
Just Monica.
But thank you so much.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name is Jordan.
I'm Jordan.
So being a gamer, being in gaming communities, there's a lot of just rampant racism and sexism that I deal with in Discord servers, subreddits, etc. So I guess my question was, do you have any advice for dealing, like wanting to be in gaming communities and also having to deal with the rampant racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia that exists in these communities, and kind of how to keep your mental health in check within these communities?
I would say for Discord, if it's your server, have mods.
Okay.
That's the best thing. For mods, if you're a streamer, if you're streaming on YouTube, mods. If you're putting Let's Plays on YouTube, YouTube has a thing where you can make words, you can set a list of words that you don't want seen. So if someone puts in a comment, so after, talk to me outside.
Yeah.
But like, you can make a list of words, and then if someone makes a comment and they use that word, I forgot what it's called, I think it's blacklist, yeah, you can blacklist words, and then if they type in the word, then their comment does not show up. It'll be hidden or held for review, and if you want to look at it later for whatever reason, you can. Exactly. But other than that, honestly, I laugh at it. A lot of the times I laugh at it, because the comments are normally funny. They're like, you don't play. I'm like, wow, you were angry. And then, and a lot of the times I laugh at it, because I think it's, not that it's a funny situation, but the fact that they went that far, like, obviously you got some things you gotta work out.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say don't let it get, it's hard to say, don't let it get to you. But I would say laugh at it.
Okay.
Don't laugh at them.
Even if you see it, just make sure somebody, don't say it. Don't.
Right, don't understand them,
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
Hi, it's good to meet the rest of you, because I already met Poiised, and I just subscribed to like the rest of y'all somehow.
Oh, thank you.
So I guess my question is, my friend over here is a streamer, but I'm wondering, how do you get from the idea of having, or that you want to stream or do YouTube, and then actually taking the jump to doing it? So like, how did y'all, I guess, find the motivation or get the ideas to like, get the equipment or find the people that you need to hook up with? Like what step do you need to take to get from point A to point X? Like how do you get to point B?
I did research.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of videos and like for gaming, because gaming was a lot harder than, vlogs and just put the camera and do it. But like gaming and streaming, I watched a lot of videos of like what different equipment to use and what there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I also watch streamers.
It's like one of those times, basically. Like you have to keep educating yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna learn everything. Like
Right, I would have, and even when you have the stuff, you have issues. We streamed earlier, and during the streaming, the technology is not your friend, okay? It is not your friend. One day, they're gonna turn into robots, and they're gonna okay, anyways. The situation, I would say do a lot of research. There's like gaming software, game recording software, OBS. There's Elgato. I would look into the different things, see what fits, what you can do budget-wise, and then whatever else is slowly.
And like the people too, like how do you use like Twitter and stuff to find people like to help you like editing and things like that?
you like network, like
Yeah.
Okay.
friends to help you do it, or you mean like just like subscribers?
No, network.
No. When I started, it was the guy B she's talking about. Then slowly he introduced me to her, and we kind of met Poiised. Then Corey, like, it's just one of those things. It's just time.
It does take time. But put yourself out there. I would say that. And I would say when you do put yourself out there, understand that a lot of people are putting themselves out there, so be patient. That's the thing. I would say be patient. And how you approach people can depend on how they respond. So some people, like when I did the Christmas collabs, I was bold and I just emailed like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. Obviously, they did not respond. I was like, let me be brave, let me be bold, and email people. And I connected with a lot of creators that I never talked to before. And I think it turned out great. So I would say be patient and put yourself out there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chanel.
Hi, Chanel.
Okay.
I like watching all y'all's vlogs, so I just wanted to know what was your funniest random encounter with a viewer?
I was engaged on my Pokemon. Let's go. And as soon as I walked in, this guy, he was the loudest show ever. I thought I was like, fuck, you beat up something. Like, yo! And he pointed at me. He said it, so I stopped. I started to like everything I did in the past 10 minutes. But he was like, I'm watching you right now. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me go hit your car or something.
Mine was at Kroger's. I was walking out, basket full of groceries, and out of nowhere, same thing. Boy!
Yeah, yelling it like that's scary though.
It is.
Yelling.
And it was 3 of them. I was scared. The way they said, okay. Yeah, mine was at Kroger's. It was scary, that's all I'm saying, but not really. I posted a video on Instagram. Yeah, we don't have time. Yeah, I can go on and on.
What about you, Corey?
Mine was Home Depot. I was buying some rocks. I was buying something.
outside.
And then I was loading them in, and same thing. It was like, Corey. And I was like, okay. So.
No one's noticed me outside of conventions. So, oh no, that's not sad. I prefer that. That would be scary. If I'm like going to buy baby food or something, they're like, Christine. I'd be like, oh no, you know where I live. So, I would say I've had a lot of great experiences. I don't think I've had anything super weird. Just the only thing is, hey, I know you, and then they just keep walking. I'm like, oh, you don't know pictures? All right, okay. And that was it. But that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Poiised and Christine already saw me before the panel. And Dashi, I'm so sorry, but I did not watch them. I will when I get home though. Corey,
Charlie. That is.
So, Corey, this question is for you.
Okay.
So, you said that you were friends with Jacksepticeye. I remember, like, in 2014, you took, like, a picture of him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you think you would ever collab? Ask for a collab or something like that?
Well, I don't want to be a creep. So, like, I learned a long time ago, if you want to work with someone that's bigger than you, you kind of got to wait for the right moment. Because if you come up to them and you're like, hey, like, I want to do a video, it'll probably look like you just want their views and stuff. So, when I met him, I just wanted to seem like a nice guy, hey, you know, and let it kind of, if it is going to happen, let it happen organically. Because we have chatted on Twitter a couple times, but I just don't want to be like, yo, set your camera up, about to record something, and he's just going to block you or something.
Okay, so this question is for all of you. Do you think you could all play Secret Neighbor or Dead by Daylight? Because I really love those games, and those are some
Oh, you mean together?
Yes.
Dead by Daylight.
Oh, Dead by Daylight we played together. We could play that, but we got it.
We actually tried first.
Yeah, the Secret Neighbor, they said they fixed some things, so we can. I would say stay tuned. Stay tuned. After PAX, we can see.
Also, where can we find those? Where can we find that battle you and Poiised are gonna have? Because I want to watch that.
The what?
The battle you and Poiised.
Oh, the time is up here. It'll be on World Star. You guys can see it there. Since the panel is up and there's 3 people left, if y'all outside, if y'all are that limited, you can ask me questions outside if they're with me. I'm sorry that we had to cut it up. We talked too long.
My name is Kimberly, and my question is for Corey. So, hey. So, I guess what I wanted to say is, even if you never posted another video again, ever again, you accomplished everything you said you were going to accomplish. If your subscribers really wanted to see new content, they just go back and watch you jump over a fire pit and feed some chickens. It's like, you know. So, but it seems like when you do your videos and you're being personal and talking about what you're going through, it's almost as if you're still not sure about your career and what you want to do. Like, okay, so here's YouTube, you can keep going with it. You can keep getting bigger and bigger because everything that you post, everyone loves.
Right.
But it's like it's not what you want, it seems like. Or not what you want, but just there's something else, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah. At this stage, there is still uncertainty. I don't know how far I want to do this.
how long or what my goal is. I do know that I love to do it, but there are still some balances that I've yet to conquer, like being worn out and burning out and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a tough job, like we all been up here saying. It's a day-to-day thing. You wake up and you find what they tell you. And if the motivation is there, then I jump on top of it. But sometimes when it's not, it's not. And I really appreciate that my community understands that. Most of them. We got some that way.
Yeah,
but mostly everybody's like, oh, Corey's going through this thing, so let him go.
It's like when you post I'm 30, so like I'm kind of like where you're going to be. I know what I want, and I'm just embracing the 30 now.
Embrace the 30.
Yeah,
I'm there.
But it's like I want to say, wake up, stop it.
Yeah.
You need to go do something. Like, you have all of this opportunity and potential, not just in YouTube. Come on, this is just like the tip of the iceberg. Keep going, So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's I'm a young buck, so I'm still trying to figure it out, and I really appreciate your patience and stuff like that.
Oh, always, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I want to know what advice, as real as you can get, would you give someone who dreams of doing what you guys do, and what advice would you give to a black girl gamer?
Oh, wow. The head to turn any faster. I would say, as real as I could get quickly, because I talked too long, apparently, Charlie. Anyways, I would say one thing is keep going. Never give up. You're going to want to give up. It's going to happen. I think I go through that 4 or 5 times a year where it gets hard. I would say keep going, keep at it. Get a good support system, like we were talking about earlier. Having somebody that you can talk to and connect with, even if they may not understand YouTube, at least mentally just vent to somebody about the things that you're going through. I would say that you are going to come against adversity. It's not going to be just a swing, happy, open door, but every door that doesn't open is not going to be a slap in the face. So keep your head up and understand some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad, but you will have a lot of great days. That can happen. So like I said, consistency, keeping at it, stay positive when you can, and when you can't, find somebody to talk to.
I heard something about being in the hospital. I'm a streamer who has sickle cell anemia, and unfortunately, a lot of times I spend weeks at a time in the hospital. So as a streamer, how do you keep your community moving when you are incapable of streaming or doing anything like it?
I would say for what I did at that time was social media. Now the Discord, learn about Discord. It's a great way to create and brew your community and keep up with them. Social media was a thing. That's how, when I was out, because I was out at that time for like, I think 6 months, maybe 5 or 6 months at the time. And I would stay in touch with OMG right there. I was going to say connect with him, but I shouldn't say that. You guys make that bridge on your own. No, like social media was a big thing. Keep in touch with your community. If you keep talking to your community will keep showing up.
Yeah, tell them how you're doing each day.
Yes, keep them updated.
And move at your own pace. You're healthy.
Hey guys, I'm doing good. Look at your boy getting strong.
And don't be afraid to be honest. Like if you're like, hey, I'm not doing so well today. Put it out there. It doesn't have to be every day like that, but social media.
Yes, stay connected.
Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to.
They're coming to listen. Okay, this will be the last question. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So my name is Marlon, and I want to go ahead and thank you all for coming out tonight, because I know that the reality of this is not as fun as the edited version that we all see on YouTube and everything. I'm also actually here on Uncle Duty with 3 really, really big fans over here in matching little t-shirts. And so my question specifically is for actually Corey. They're really big fans. We wonder if we can maybe get a photo. I can't tell you how many times we've been babysitting and had one of your like streams or gameplays on in the background. They really do like you guys.
Thank you so much. And of course, you can get a picture. Come on. But that would be $20. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we can do that outside of it. Thank you guys. Everybody, can you have to the staff, the enforcers, and everybody? Outside of this name, the doctor,
Yeah, I already got
Leo in the room, okay?
I didn't get to try.
And we have all the awesome enforcers that are helping us and giving us extra time. Thank you guys.